Good morning and welcome to Gospel Bytes, where we take a bite of the Gospel for the day. Today is Tuesday, December 17th. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. Glory to you, O Lord. This is taken from Matthew chapter 1, verses 1 to 17. A family record of Jesus Christ, son of David, son of Abraham. Abraham was the father of Isaac, Isaac the father of Jacob, Jacob the father of Judah and his brothers. Judah was the father of Perez and Zerah, whose mother was Tamar. Perez was the father of Hezron, Hezron the father of Ram. Ram was the father of Aminadab, Aminadab the father of Nahshon, Nahshon the father of Salmon. Salmon was the father of Boaz, whose mother was Rahab. Boaz was the father of Obed, whose mother was Ruth. Obed was the father of Jesse, Jesse the father of King David. David was the father of Solomon, whose mother had been the wife of Uriah. Solomon was the father of Rehoboam, Rehoboam the father of Abijah, Abijah the father of Asa, Asa was the father of Jehoshaphat, Jehoshaphat the father of Joram, Joram the father of Uzziah, Uzziah was the father of Jotham, Jotham the father of Ahaz, Ahaz the father of Zechariah, Hezekiah, Hezekiah was the father of Manasseh, Manasseh the father of Amos, Amos the father of Josiah. Josiah became the father of Jeconiah and his brothers at the time of the Babylonian exile. After the Babylonian exile, Jeconiah was the father of Shealtiel. Shealtiel was the father of Zerubbabel. Zerubbabel was the father of Abiud. Abiud the father of Eliakim. Eliakim the father of Azor. Azor was the father of Zadok. Zadok the father of Akim. Akim the father of Eliud. Eliud was the father of Eleazar. Eleazar the father of Mathan. Mathan the father of Jacob. Jacob was the father of Joseph, the husband of Mary. It was of her that Jesus, who is called the Messiah, was born. And thus the total number of generations is from Abraham to David, 14 generations. From David to the Babylonian captivity, 14 generations. From the Babylonian captivity to the Messiah, 14 generations. The Gospel of the Lord. Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ. All right. So we hear about the first chapter of Matthew. Normally, if you're just new to the Bible and you're reading the Bible and you start to read with the Gospel of Matthew, you'll be discouraged because you won't have an idea who these people are. It's a genealogy or of the family tree of Jesus. The Gospel of Matthew was written who's for the Jews, the audience, the intended audience were Jews. So for a Jew to be convinced that the Messiah is legit, he has to come from the line of David, and he also has to come from the line of Abraham, meaning he's a pure Jew. And so there was this whole family tree to prove that he was the Messiah. Now, one thing about this uh, family tree you will notice is that they're not all uh, they're not all good people. There's some that have been um, you might say have sketchy um, sketchy history. Even King David, who had someone killed because of his adulterous relationship. So the the legal line of Jesus really is not a perfect one. And that is why you will notice too that Mary, all of a sudden the line changed. It's always Eliud was the father of Eleazar, him the father of that, this the father of that. It's always the father, and there are four women who are just like on the sidelines, like this is the mother of the, the the son whose mother was Tamar, Rahab and Ruth and Mary. But notice it's always the father begetting a child. But when it came to to it says there Jacob was the father of Joseph, the husband of Mary. All of a sudden, Joseph becomes um, the supporting cast, the husband of Mary. It was of her that Jesus, who is called the Messiah, was born. Okay, so Joseph was not really said that Joseph was the father of Jesus, but he was the husband of Mary, and Jesus came from Mary. It doesn't say it's from Joseph. So legally, he was the father of Jesus, but then from the genealogy, it doesn't say that he was the father of Jesus. Now, if you look at the what they call the proto-evangelium, at the beginning of the gospel, when God prophesied that there will be a woman who will he will put enmity between Satan and the woman and the serpent, and her seed against his seed. Now, the seed is usually from the man. How come this seed is coming from the woman? No, her seed and his seed, and they will be fighting as well. So, all of these tell us that Jesus was not born of a human father. He came from a human mother, but there was no affirmation of a human father. So this reminds us of the dignity that we Catholics give to the Virgin Mary. That after all these generations that passed, at the very end, it was from Mary, the created, the woman created by God to be the mother of Jesus, and the actual father of Jesus is God Himself. You know? So here on this day, we shift and we shift the story from John the Baptist, from the preparation to the Christmas story. And the first one is the line of Jesus pointing to Mary as his mother. So we continue our journey towards Christmas, beginning with the Blessed Virgin Mary. So this explains our devotion to her as the Mother of God, Mother of Jesus. I'm Father Jerry Sembrano for another edition of Gospel Bites. God bless you. Have a nice day.